Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tyler, and today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this video is me ranking the Cobra Kai seasons from worst to best. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's just dive right into it immediately, and I hope you guys do enjoy.
You was on some op shit. I was cruising down a nigga block with a chopstick. Rockstar nigga. Nah, I need a rock bitch. You want beef? Nah, bitches, nah, squash bitch.
Alright, so at the bottom of my list, I have Cobra Kai Season 2. Now, this season isn't in any way really bad, it's just not as good as the other two seasons above it. Season 2, I think, isn't nearly as strong as Season 1 or 3 because it's kind of held back by the weird petty drama that the show kind of gets into. I think the other two seasons as well are just narratively just way more significant, and I do think the season 2 final battle is really good, and the finale overall is probably my favorite finale because it's so dark and it ends on such a bad note. But we gotta understand that this mainly kind of happened, this foundation of all this really good stuff from the show is from petty teenager drama. We do see Robbie, obviously showing no mercy at times or being aggressive and not really following the Miyagi-Do philosophy. So this Cobra Kai way that Robbie was gonna follow and him showing no mercy, I think that was hinted at and I think that was executed well. But just the little things, mainly the stuff with the mall fight. I think the mall fight was so, oh my god, I just very strongly disliked that fight. And it was a very important moment in the story. It was a point to kind of move the whole story forward, which led into Hawk spiraling down, Kreese engaging in, and then Hawk vandalizing Miyagi-Do. But the fight itself is kind of garbage, but the narrative significance is there. Now, I know it sounds like I'm hating on Season 2. I don't hate it, it's just, I think there's definitely more flaws to it than the other seasons. However, a lot of good stuff came from this season. For example, we actually got Kreese coming into the story, adding a new dynamic, and honestly, I really did enjoy Kreese this season. He was just having his own fun, and he knew slowly but surely he was going to get Cobra Kai back. It's kind of crazy how in Season 2 mainly, we see Daniel and Johnny kind of being at their lowest at this point in the series when we see them, and him going to the Cobra Kai dojo after his own dojo got vandalized. And as for Johnny, obviously his friend Tommy died and him hanging out with his Cobra Kai buddies, and all of a sudden Tommy just died. Our characters were at their low points and they were just starting to get back up, and they were even reconnecting at a point, but then Miguel and Robbie had their scuffle. Miguel falls and Johnny pays the price for it. Speaking of, we also got new characters added. For example, Stingray, who added a new comedic element, who was basically like a fat loser version of Hawk, who even when after transforming, he's still kind of a loser. We also got a new element who was Tori, who basically embraced the Cobra Kai philosophy and was basically born to be on Kreese's side, essentially. And she's just kind of a crazy person and a nut job and causes half the problems in the show. And if you guys are wondering about the other half, well, that wouldn't be none other than Samantha LaRusso. Yep, these two girls basically cause majority of the drama in the show, which essentially leads into the school fight. Miguel this season was really good as well. We kind of got to see some, I guess you could say, some Star Wars shit where he's basically on the verge of conflicting and stuff like that, basically embracing no mercy temporarily when Johnny's gone, but Johnny manages to snap him out of it. However, Miguel then falls. Another good scene as well is when Johnny was talking to Miguel at the same place where he left Robbie, or let him down, the day when he was born. He didn't have the courage to go walk up the street. That was also a really good scene, and there's just a lot of good moments. There's definitely way more good than bad. It's just that there is some bad, whereas for Season 1 and 3, I really don't believe Season 1 and 3 kind of have flaws, or I don't really have complaints, whereas for Season 2, I have some very minor complaints. So that should give you kind of an idea on how I think of Cobra Kai as well, because I enjoy all these seasons. I like them all. I'm going to say for Season 2, it is a 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Now, I will move on with my next placement, which is number 2. And ranked at number 2 is Cobra Kai Season 1. I think Season 1, in all honesty, is probably one of the most perfect, starter seasons in any really show I've ever seen. In episode 1, we already get characterization for not only an older Johnny, not only an older Daniel, not only Miguel, who Johnny's basically going to be training and is basically going to be the protagonist of the show, or the main character of the next generation of karate or whatever. And I think what this season mainly does is sort of justify Johnny and basically tells us his side of the story. Not only that, but also we feel sympathy for him. This guy went through a lot as a kid, even when he was rich. Not only have that, we also have Miguel, who transitions from a kid who is getting bullied to defeating the bully, getting the girl he wanted, but then that would also all fall into shambles, and he would then show no mercy. Which I think is a step in the right direction, because that's what Miguel heard, and that's what he thought what Johnny was trying to teach him, but that's not what Johnny was trying to teach him. And obviously we get more clarification for that in Season 2. It's crazy how in Season 2 we get the idea of no mercy being expanded upon, and in Season 1 no mercy was set up. It's almost like that was kind of on purpose. It's just, I believe Season 1 sets up everything the best, or at least almost the best, because, you know, we still have our number 1 ranking. But I think Season 1 is definitely solid all around. Hawk is a GOAT, not to mention we even get characterization for Daniel, and we see how without Miyagi, he's kind of lost and is kind of similar to his younger self. He was low-key just a man-child, but once he visited Miyagi's grave and then got back into karate, Daniel kind of became a GOAT. Daniel finally obtained the balance he needed and was searching for, and we even get him picking up a student, aka Johnny's son, who basically causes the majority of the tension in Season 1, because Miguel's drunk and he sees Robbie and Sam together. Robbie makes Miguel initiate the whole fighting thing in the first place. He would have never tried and hit Sam initially. He wasn't even trying to hit Sam in the first place. He was trying to hit Robbie. And not to mention, Johnny and Daniel were going good until he then found out that Robbie is training with Daniel. And then now Johnny and Daniel hated each other again. Obviously, from Robbie's perspective, he wasn't trying to do that, but he still unintentionally kind of caused all that drama, which basically set up all that tension in Season 2. Sam in this season was okay. She didn't really do that much, but I liked how she stood up to Kyler. And all in all, I thought Season 1 was damn near perfect. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Now, time to move into my favorite season, aka Season 3, which is ranked at number 1. I think Season 3 is just probably my favorite season because I think it perfectly transitions even better than what Season 1 sets up for Season 2 to transition, if you get what I mean. If that kind of makes sense. I believe what Cobra Kai Season 3 does is basically have us watch our characters basically pick up the remaining pieces of the puzzle that got destroyed in the Season 2 finale. We see Daniel and Amanda suffering the repercussions of the whole thing because of Robbie showing no mercy. We see Johnny just broken and damaged at the start. And I think what Season 3 does is basically have all of our characters pick up these remaining pieces and rebuild the puzzle somehow. And I don't know how they did it, but they did it, bro. For Sam, this was probably her best arc that she's ever had. She's just basically wanting to stand up for herself and has been feeling guilty about the whole thing, which is, you know, respectable because she should feel guilty. As for Tori, she's embracing her Cobra Kai side even further along with Hawk. However, Hawk would be showing confliction similar to how Miguel showed confliction, but it would be reversed, with Hawk transitioning from bad to good and Miguel going from good to bad. People like to say how Hawk's arc and him returning to the good side felt kind of rushed and out of place, and I don't really agree with that because I believe that, in all honesty, there's no better place than to put it where he saves his best friend. And notice how Hawk realizes he messes up once he dabs up Kyler, aka his bully, the guy who called them like lip and called him a freak. Hawk was even looking all around him, even realizing the damage that he's done, and he regretted it. And so in order to redeem himself, he returned to the good side and fought with his buddy Dimitri, giving us the best team up in the entire series. Johnny was also a GOAT in this season. We got him finally getting back with Carmen, along with him helping Miguel basically recover, and Miguel as well probably had his best arc here. He had a similar arc to what he had in Season 1. But instead of Miguel, growing into this strong, capable fighter, it's Miguel making a comeback to become the strong fighter he once was. All in all, the season is just great. Kreese is just full-on villain, and he's just great this entire season. Even Robbie probably had his best arc as well, because everyone just let Robbie down except for Kreese. Kreese was the only person who actually helped him. I think Season 3 definitely is a step up from Season 1, and do I want to say it's a 10 out of 10? Definitely, I'm going to say it's a 10 out of 10. I don't have anything wrong with this season, no complaints here. This season is just my favorite. You can call me biased, I don't care. This is great. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to be leaving things off for right now. And if you guys did enjoy this ranking video and you guys want me to rank the Karate Kid movies next, let me know down below if you want me to do that, or rank the Cobra Kai characters. Just let me know down below in the comment section. Also, be sure to subscribe if you are new and hit the bell icon, that we are notified and updated every time I upload, along with sharing with your friends. And be sure to follow me on Twitter, link in the description. My name is Tyler, and I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace out. Have a nice rest of the day, everybody.